Huh? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm into it.
I feel like it's shadowy in comparison to the other light, but I think once I think it's just my dark circles, really. And then once that's over, that'll be fine. Alrighty.
Let's see. There she is.
There she is. Welcome,
Number
ma'am.
1. All right.
Yes.
Here we go. Some of the usual.
Yes. Hello, guys. Oh, I'm so excited. Yay! Christine. Yes.
Dang.
Oh, how exciting.
Yeah, I think 10 o'clock is just going to have to be it for now.
Yeah,
'Cause
well.
everybody's like up and getting ready.
Yeah, I think we found that moment. But so before we get into it, of course, this is our time on Monday to start the week with positivity in a space that is safe for us to connect together and to share our struggles and successes and have a space that isn't just about drama and negativity, which a lot of the internet can sometimes feel like. Today we wanted, I'll give you some backstory because the Studio Fix Soft Matte Foundation Stick, I never say the full name.
Studio Fix Stick.
But that's the old
I know.
name, so we can't call it that. It's its own thing. But it launched at Nordstrom, and so customers are getting to experience it, but I think that update for Nordstrom was a while back, and so getting it on the counter and like starting to experience it again, sometimes we forget things. I will say there are a few videos on Mac on Demand, including the contour highlight battle that we saw at update, but as well as just some like videos of people wearing it. But I thought, let's talk about these products. Let's recap them. Let's see them in action. We got to play with them a little bit, and I'm excited because I think that both of us have been playing with it quite a bit even throughout the season.
Yeah.
So we'll give you our findings, but I love already that Carlton's saying that he loved it, and he's not normally a cream foundation kind of person. I am a cream foundation person, but like a really creamy cream foundation person, and so I was a little nervous with the title saying soft matte, but I've really enjoyed it. So
well, I mean, at update, I remember every time that you guys had the opportunity to try this on yourselves, like everybody's skin looked absolutely flawless.
yeah.
Every single person. So yeah, that's exciting. Get to try it on. We also get to talk about Love Me lipstick, which I know you guys have had a chance to experience already, and maybe we can get some feedback from all of you and see like how it's doing. What do we love?
Yeah,
All of the things.
I think that this is our time to be transparent and talk about if there are any issues, or even if you're like, I don't remember what to say about this. That's totally okay. But I think that it's also our time to show our findings so that maybe you can have that much more connection with it. So I've done my eyes and my brows. I feel like a full on like YouTuber when I have my brows done before my foundation, because normally brows are my last step. But I've already moisturized. I'm not using a primer. I know you are right now, but I'm just gonna go in with NC38, and I will tell you, like, I'm pretty tan right now. This is my where I am in my darker shade. So you definitely have to think about that with this shade range. It is not apples to apples with Studio Fix Fluid. It's deeper. So just so you know. I think Carlton said that it didn't stick to his facial hair, which is great.
Yeah. We had one class that, I kid you not, every single boy in our region was at update this day, and the way that it just blended in, it almost like kind of skipped over the hair and just like sat into the skin. It was really nice on our boys and our men.
Yeah, it sounds like everyone's kind of really enjoying it. I saw someone said that they're like a face and body loyalist, and that this has become something that they really enjoy. I am somebody, oh my gosh, hey everyone. I am someone who I found that I like it straight on my face, and I like to work kind of in sections, and I mean, I've always loved a 197. If you watched our Brush Crush episode, you'll know that this is one of my favorite brushes, and so I like that this really moves product around.
I love that. Look at what a difference that makes already just on camera.
I love how olivey this tone is.
Can I borrow
too.
your mirror?
You have a mirror right there.
You're right.
10 is very not prepared today.
No.
If you would see the way that things started today, like I was in traffic, but like I bring like my stuff from home every single week and like have it all together, and she's like, I need to get my stuff, and then she just brought over the stick and like that's it. I'm like, oh, so that's all you need? Using? And she's like, no, hold on.
I'm just a little flustered. I sat and, you know, when you're just like, you know, you have a routine and then it just gets disrupted. I felt like, okay, I'm spiraling. I need to get this under control. So
yeah,
work with me, y'all. All right, so I am going in with a color that's a little darker than me.
What color is it?
NC27. And it's not that obvious, I feel like, on camera, but in person, yeah.
I have found what I enjoy about this is how easy it is to layer. I sometimes get nervous in layering product one after another because it tends to settle or to look heavy or not marry with the skin, but this really does build in coverage and not in texture on the face. I know even someone just wrote in like all caps like no texture, which is totally what I feel as well. But I feel like this brush, because it has some structure to it, I can really move the product around, but then I can use it lightly and blend as well. So these two have been a really nice combo for me.
You use this one as well, yeah?
No.
No, you didn't? Okay. This is your jam, though.
No.
No? This isn't your brush crush?
That's Esther's.
Oh, I got your brush crush.
My brush crush is here. I like this guy a lot. Honestly, I don't even own that one, so
oh my god,
I ordered it
so much. Like, I know everybody loves a 170, but this guy isn't, I feel, as like stiff. It has a little more flexibility in the body. So as I'm moving the product around, I feel like I have more control over like how much coverage and where I want it to be a little more natural. And I love this with this. I did like it the first time that I tried it with a beauty blender, and I tried it on bare skin by itself, almost like a no makeup kind of a thing. I didn't really wear anything else but that, just skin, and I really enjoyed it. However, when I'm like really trying to go in and do a full face, I do prefer a brush.
Yeah, I only really use beauty blenders to buff out. Application wise, they're not my favorite. Thank you. They say that our eyes look amazing. Thanks. I'm still on that euphoria moment. So until I get Botox, what's your favorite primer for underneath? So, especially so that it doesn't crease in the forehead. I really like this pore filling stick. I find that really goes in and fills things without getting too dry on the skin, because that's normally my issue with things that are too filling, is that they can fill the pore in the right area, but then they can make my dry patches look drier, and that gives me a nice combination, and it's smooth to the skin just like this. So I would say pore filler. I know 10 lives for Natural Radiance.
Natural Radiance. Like, my favorite way to describe it, it's almost like an adhesive for your makeup. So it creates like a nice tacky texture on your skin. So as you're laying the product on, it just stays put. It's not moving around. Everything stays where you need it to be. And I find that my foundation just doesn't move at all day. And I can't, like, that's one product I can't live without with my foundation.
And I never ever wear it, ever. It's, yeah, like I'm not a primer person per se, because I don't feel that I need glue for my foundation.
I need glue because everything just moves on me.
Yeah.
Everything.
And I feel like I have the exact opposite, where everything stays on but it just looks nasty. So I need things that are really super glowy for me. I'm using Pro Longwear concealer, like a bottle of it basically under my eyes. And I find that these two really play well together. Honestly, I haven't found a consistency that this foundation doesn't like or doesn't play well with. I've used the Studio Fix 24-hour smooth wear concealer. I've used this concealer. I've used Studio Finish concealer. So many of them just blend beautifully into this. So I don't think that you have to, overall, with this foundation, I don't think you have to babysit it very much. No. Like, it's very easy. I think that it'll be very easy for our customers to even get it. I think that it's just about using it and being comfortable with the shade range.
I'm gonna use just a lighter shade in the foundation since it does double as a concealer.
Oh, and see, I can't do that. It is way too dry for underneath my eyes and doesn't give me enough coverage. Oh, hello. Why, hello, sir.
Tomas.
He's just here letting us have it.
All right.
So this is when I do use a beauty blender for concealer. Just go in there. It may have gone a little too much, but who cares?
It's fine. That looks very nice.
It does, it's super smooth on the skin, and I think that so much of that comes from the effect of the foundation underneath. This is a look. Could you imagine? I was watching Drunk History last night, and there was a Cleopatra episode, and it kind of had this eye. It was so good. Yeah, not for under eyes as well. Oh, it's never enough. Okay, I like this group. As far as photography, I don't take a lot of I haven't used, I think that we've used this on clients in weddings as well as on ourselves. So phone cameras, professional cameras, film, great.
Yeah, I used it, I had a wedding not too long ago, and I used it on the mother of the bride on obviously more mature skin, and it looked so stunning. Like, the amount of coverage is perfect. I didn't feel like I had to put like an overwhelming amount of powder on top of it, which is always nice on a more mature skin. It just looked so pretty. I've seen the pictures since then. She looked beautiful, flawless. So I think it's definitely going to be something for those of you that like to do freelances. Easy to carry. You know, a stick is nice and portable, so you don't have to worry about too much fuss with it.
Yeah. I think that that's one of the best things about it is that it's ready for your kit. Yeah. And even if you didn't want to carry each stick, because I will tell you, as far as makeup artists, these are extremely heavy. When you carry a lot of them, like I had to do a training in Vegas, so I took a whole set of these to Vegas, and I had to pull them out of my checked baggage because I was like 10 pounds over. And when I pulled those out, like I was okay. I pulled those out in a pair of shoes and it was fine. So you may even want to like put it all the way up, chop it off and put it into a palette, just so you have everything all in one. And they're amazing. They're so good. And I think, you know, like if you do know a few different makeup artists, or you work at a location where you guys want to work on your kit, like even buying a couple each and sharing them, because that'll give you so many uses, you'll be good. Because I will say, like you saw, I go pretty heavy into each section of my face, and I've been using this pretty religiously, like not really much else, and I still have a really good amount, and I don't skimp on it. I'm not a skimper when it comes to makeup, so it's amazing. Hey Brianna.
So when I did use this, the last time that I used this under my eyes, I noticed that I kind of had to use just that and be done with it. I went over with, I think it was like a leftover Select Sheer powder that I had or something. I'm going to try it today for the first time with Studio Perfecting powder, and we're going to see what happens.
Oh, it's the best. Studio Perfecting powder is the best powder in the whole world.
Great with everything.
Okay. I'm taking a little bit of, favorite setting powder just came up. If anyone knows, I do not play. Like, Studio Perfecting powder is all I need in my whole life. It is so finely milled and really does create a really airbrush look. And what I love about it is that it's a true setting powder for me. It stabilizes my creams or my liquids, so that if I want to build coverage in powder, or if I want to put powders on top, it makes it a complete smooth surface, but allows for grab still. So I can layer Studio Fix on top of it. I can layer a powder blush on top of it. I can layer bronzer, and it's never gonna get sticky. But I find that sometimes with setting powders, once you set, like, that's it. You're not getting, you try to put a highlight on top, and it's like nothing. So I find that it really does give you that nice balance. All right. So now I'm using my same brush, but I'm just using the tip of it to really buff it, like blend it.
And I'm using a darker color here.
Boy, I love it. A Snapchat filter for your face, heck yeah, it totally is. It totally is. And I think that that's what I love so much about this foundation in general, is that it plays so well with all of those products. Like I said prior, I truly have not found a product it doesn't like. I've found I prefer other products for things. Like, really just concealer under the eyes. That's the only thing that I was like, not my jam.
Not going to replace your existing like routine or anything. Yeah.
You know what I think this would be amazing for too is faux freckles. Because of the color lineup and the difference in undertones and the way that this sets to a natural matte, I think it can be amazing. Okay, I can't wait for those foundations. Yes, Tommy. All right, let's just.
I remember the stick being very lightweight. Yeah, it totally is. Doesn't feel too heavy. I think most of the time when we think of stick foundations, we think of something that is going to be extremely rich, extremely creamy, and for me, rich and creamy also feels like heavy.
Oh, and that, like, when I hear that, I'm like, yes. Where is it? Where's the like? Because I think that it's nice to be aware of similar products in the market and to be an expert not only in our product but to know the comparisons. And so when you look at the spectrum of stick foundations, there are a ton, and I feel like there's very opposing sides of the spectrum. There are drier formulations, and those I think of like the Anastasia one. It definitely is more matte. It doesn't have as much work time. It's not as emollient to me. And then there's very creamy ones. Like I find the Makeup Forever stick and the Tom Ford stick to be extremely creamy, which those are the ones that I'm like, give them to me now. But I do find that those, because they're at the ends of the spectrum, are for much fewer people. Where this, I do feel like sits in the middle. It isn't so matte that people that love luminosity are so turned off by it, but it also isn't so luminous that oily people aren't like, well, yeah, right, bro, it's a no for me, dog. So I think that it gives you that real middle ground in almost every avenue, in coverage, in finish, in everything. So I think that even though this isn't like a one-size-fits-all product and not every single person is going to use it, I think a lot of people can. After we tried it during update, we accidentally got lost on a walk to 7-Eleven and ended up walking a mile. Oh my God, in the 90-degree heat.
Wait, in Hawaii, right?
On the most humid day ever, and it didn't budge at all.
Nice.
That, I will tell you, is a testimony. If I feel like I'm on like Home Shopping Network right now, and we just had a caller in that was like, yes, that is insane. I'm sorry that you guys got lost to 7-Eleven, but it is a necessity if you want your Slurpee fix in the day.
I will say that the shade range for contours even are so nice. Sometimes with cream foundations, I find that they can look a little too like orange or pull too much color. Well, and I think really enjoy this as like a cream contour bronzer situation.
And I think okay, I'm gonna be real. We have a little bit of shade privilege, me and Ten both. Yeah. We sit within the beauty industry's norm of shade ranges. So we have a lot of options here. I think there's even still room in this foundation formula for the ends of the shade range. There's great options, but I think there could be more. I think we could go a lot lighter. For those of you that are extremely alabaster, porcelain skin, you might struggle a bit to find a shade that isn't too deep for you, so you may have to mix things in, or like I think that if you are alabaster, you probably deal with this all the time, so a white face and body, or I don't know, a white paint stick or something like that might be an option for you. And at the deeper end, I think that it's just about finding the right undertone, but I think that we're blessed to be able to really get the whole
shades be able to do,
because I could do an NC50, an NC55, an NC60, an NW45. Like I could do all of those as contour and they would work. I used NC18, NC25, and NC44, and listen, I was like, okay, I need this set. I know. Well, don't you guys find, like, I shared this in class, and like, when you are thinking about a product where you want multiple shades, a stick is always, to me, a very no-brainer option. I would rather buy 3 different stick foundations than 3 liquid foundations. And I am somebody that can does contour with Pro Longwear concealer, and even still, I would rather go to a stick because it's just easy. They want to know what color you're using to contour.
I used NC55.
Oh, we're using the same color.
NC55, then I'm going in with, I believe this is light perfecting powder, Studio Perfecting Powder underneath my eyes with my favorite brush.
Okay.
And I very much enjoy this. Yep.
Yeah, I could honestly leave it here and be totally fine. I won't because I'm not that kind of girl. Every time I say I'm not that kind of girl, I think back to RuPaul's Drag Race. I don't know if any of you guys remember, but when Mimi M first told Shangela that she had a sugar daddy, and she said, I don't have a sugar daddy. I never had a sugar daddy. If I wanted a sugar daddy, I could have a sugar daddy because I am what? Sickening. You could never have a sugar daddy because you're not that kind of girl.
The fact that you just can quote that like in the blink of an eye is impressive.
You can't?
No.
Well,
I was on it, you know, I didn't have to worry about it.
I think that you need to really figure it out, girl. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of Daddy's Girl, which is just like a pinky.
Contours. Oh, NC55 is my contour shade. We're both using NC55, actually. Mm-hmm. But Alicia's a little bit more tan than I am right now.
Yeah, it's a little, well, and I think I go a little heavier handed because I'm what? See? They get it, Shangela. Okay, so in all honesty, cream color base is a very crucial step in my base. I always use a cream color base as my like cream blush. I either use a shade like nude or bamboo, well not nude, like bamboo or Virgin Isle, whatever it is. Or if I'm going for something more bronzy, I'll use like bronze. And those just aren't available to everyone. So I wanted to play with Love Me Lip as my cream blush because I find like it's a very similar consistency and it looks really smooth on the lips. So I figure that it would look really good on the cheeks. But I've never done this before.
I'm like, I wasn't expecting that.
Well, I don't know. I just learned about blush. I didn't know that this was a thing for the first 10 years of my MAC career. And I've been really, really loving it. So already I'll tell you that this is really pretty on the skin.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
And it just blends out super easy with a little bit of luminosity.
I will say that I was on your end here. I haven't been the biggest fan of blush for a really long time. But as of lately, on my days off, because I don't want to feel like I have a ton of makeup on, but I do want to feel like I have some color and I'm not just like dying a slow death. Mm-hmm. And I found one of my old Quick Trick sticks, the cream blush on there, and I love it so much.
Yeah, you guys, I will tell you, I don't know if you could see, I almost fell off my brush, or off my chair, but like it really does go smooth and not patchy. Plays really, really beautifully with that foundation. I'm going to take a little bit of Studio Perfecting Powder and just...
And I'm just working
just
with this,
a little bit.
This is Peachy, what is it? Peachy Shimmy Peach. Tapping into all of these colors. Okay. This is my favorite Hyperreal palette. I don't know if this is anybody else's. Yeah, because I don't like a highlight that's too light on me, and I feel like these are all really nice midtones, and I can mix them to get different undertones. This is like perfect as like a transitioning like highlight color. Yeah. So it's my favorite blush.
It's beautiful. Thank you, Carlton. I know that you have Quick Trick Stick for me. It's for me, not for you, now that you fell in love with it. I will see you one day and I will get those, and I appreciate you every
could get it for her because I'm going to come do
I don't trust her. I'm going to do it on my own.
I got you.
No, I don't trust her. Can I show you blush product? I'm going to show you what I use for blush right now, but I'm telling you, these lipsticks are freaking gorge. I was not 100% sure what was going to happen right then and there.
Yeah, no, that looks really pretty, actually.
Yeah, like if I just wanted to leave that. Oh, and I didn't blend out this.
It's just a brown patch. Can you show us the blush product? It was just the Love Me lipstick.
But I'm going to put stuff on top of it.
What color was it?
It was Daddy's Girl.
Daddy's Girl. That's for you, Tommy.
Because I'm what? Sickening! I know. Good eye, Carlton. 225. I live for it. It's, you know what it is though? It's because my 240 is dirty. I actually prefer the 240 to this because this is denser. And under the eye, I prefer something softer and looser, and that's what I find the 240 does. So, I live for it.
I'm really liking my skin right now.
Oh yeah?
I'm just like kind of like staring at it. What do you guys think? You dig this or what?
Okay. just fishing for a compliment.
Tell me it's pretty.
Tell me how beautiful my skin is, guys. Just kidding.
I am really into it.
It is. It looks really good.
Yeah.
It looks, even like close up, it looks very textured. It looks just very smooth. That's the one thing.
No concealer, just the foundation.
Well, it's good. Good for you, girl, because I could never get away with that.
It's okay, Thanks. Thanks, Carlton. Thank you.
But it's funny because I don't typically use the word polished as an adjective a lot, but that's the word that comes up to mind when I think of this, the way this makes your skin look.
Yeah.
I really do think that it creates it makes your skin look a little sophisticated. Mm-hmm. It looks like you have like makeup talent without needing it, you know, like,
and it just overly done.
No, it looks like you. Like, I don't know, it has a very model-esque look to me with coverage still. Like, I think that rare moment of you being able to cover your imperfections but not really look like stuff is on there is a hard place to get, and a place that I struggle to not go all the way to the deep end of coverage, and this is a very easy way for you to do it. It looks aight. Okay, so I'm gonna get into blush now.
I am not, I really like how this looks on its own, so I am not going to put any type of bronzer on top of this. I think I'm just going to let it be.
Okay. Well, everyone thinks it's beautiful. Okay. So
thanks, guys.
So, if you slept on this, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
This has changed my life. Mm-hmm. This is the Into Eternity, so the darker of the two shades from...
I love
Electric Wonder.
Both of them.
I like this one so much more though. Oh, hey Mike. I'm gonna take, this is like another Brush Crush.
That's
this
the one that I thought that was her Brush Crush. But,
it's okay, you know, I understand.
They look similar.
I think they're one number apart as well. So I like to take, this is what starts my blush process. Like I told you, this is a new thing for me, and now I'm trying to make up for lost time. So I like to just get this on the belly of my brush and kind of pat it towards the back of my cheek and then buff it out. And it goes so smooth over that lipstick. Holy cow.
That's why I love those powders so much, is because it's a really soft luminosity. It doesn't give you the intensity that like a regular highlighter palette or like a Hyper Real does. So when you want to blend like this, it's perfect because it's not just going to be like a beaming highlight everywhere. It just gives you softness.
Totes my goats. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10 would suggest. And then I'm going to go in with, I got a lot more steps.
What else are you going to do?
So this is a process. I'm having all the moments today, Carlton. And then I'm going to just take some mineralized skin finish.
I'm going to borrow this. Is that okay? Let me go get some hygienic cleanser.
Yes, please, hygienic cleanse it. And now I'm just going to take some mineralized skin finish, and I like to blend that into that product. This is just deep dark.
Oh, look at this. Look at it, guys.
Old school.
Old school.
I told you, I brought my stuff from home.
I mean, normally I do too. I have my makeup bag with me, but, you know, my brain was a little scattered.
It's okay. That's the beauty of doing this at the facility. And once again, I didn't put any powder over that contour color, and it's blending just fine. I like to literally put bronzer on my entire nose, and I find that once I put my highlight on, it just fakes a nose contour without actually having to put lines on your nose. Okay, so you thought that was it? It's Alicia,
wait,
so it's not.
There's more.
Then a little bit of just a pinch.
Oh yeah. Can I have some of that actually? Do you mind?
Why are you stealing all my things?
It's just I'm gonna borrow that, I'm gonna borrow this. I'm gonna take your mirror from you.
Yeah, you are. And so I like to put that in the front of my cheek to give a lot of bounce.
Cheek highlight.
But everything blends into that other, oh my god, you guys, I'm wearing blush. This is so weird for me. Yeah, you can borrow that, it's right there. And then I'll take a little bit of Global Glow just to give some light highlight. Get any of that excess blush off. I'm not used to there being blush on this brush. And Global Glow.
I will say, Alicia has this magical talent where she makes so many products look so easy and so soft. You know what I mean? Like if I were to see just a layout of the things that you would use, I would have a vision of like what that makeup would end up looking like, I think in my mind. And it's definitely not this. Me and Esther talk about it all the time. Like you just have a way to make the amount of product look so soft and pretty.
Just extra.
Global Glow is my favorite highlighter to use on almost anybody in a medium skin tone. Soft and Gentle is not like my go-to. I know a lot of people love Soft and Gents, but...
Oh, can you, Global Glows, we got that. Why y'all glowing goddesses? Cause how can you not be with all this stuff?
Oh my god, I probably should put my tub.
No, I like it. Maybe you should just do that. I mean, it's a look.
It's a little stashy, but...
Yeah, why not? I like a gender non-conforming lip look. Okay, and then, so that's my first step. And now, as we all know, we go into all the Fix Plus. Although I don't have a hair dryer here, so I don't know how I'm gonna dry. I have an airbrush gun. I can just airbrush, like spew the air out.
You can fan you, if you like.
Oh, yes. Listen, 10, get on the Soft and Gentle bandwagon. It's magical. That's what I'm doing. Christine's saying that her texture would be screaming, and my face looks like butter always. Ma'am, no, it do not. There are many a times where she is not having it. I find that because I wouldn't like, even though I use a lot of different colored products, I use like very soft-handed motions with them. So it's only a tiny bit of powder that I just put on there, but then I literally saturated my whole face with so much Fix Plus that now Fix Plus it's gonna go into those particles and make them look really creamy. So
You're melting it together.
Yeah, I find that really helps in making it look like it's just one thing. Like, I go through so much Fix Plus. I wish that I could just like have stock in MAC Fix Plus, because I alone would affect the market.
Okay. I'm doing coffee and cigs. I'm going in like I think I'm gonna do 2 swipes, like in the video. 1, 2.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, this works.
I'm gonna try a little like not contour, because it's like reverse contour moment with the Fix foundation, the stick foundation on my lip. Let's see how this.
Oh my gosh, did you guys see that leak on Trend Mood for holiday?
Oh, those lipstick bullets? Get out of here.
Dying. You just gotta bathe and fix. I agree. People like literally are like, let me put on my Fix Plus. Yay. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then in the video, Fernanda's like, you don't gotta bathe in it, only 4 pumps. And I was like, is that a read? Because yeah, you do, lady. You gotta put it all. But I think it's just because I'm a lizard person and I have very dry skin. And I do like to layer my products so that they stay looking this way forever. Like I can go to the gym like this and look like this when I leave the gym, which is something that I need in my life, I guess.
You wanna see how I put on Fix Plus?
No.
Let me show you.
Are you gonna make me mad?
Yeah.
This is a positive space.
It's not you.
That's how you put it on, away from you.
I do this and I go 1, 2, there, and then I block it. Because I don't like to look too
Well, it just spit all over you in anger.
Just there. That's all I do.
Wow. I like it all over. It's fine. We have different skin types. It's okay. I'm gonna now, just because now that I'm not strategic like that, I think I could probably like maybe do this, but I do like my Fix Plus to mix with my perfecting powder. That is a moment for me, because if I don't, sometimes it can, I mean, it never looks really dry, but I just like the way that I don't know how to, why, I just do. I just like the way that it looks more. So I am gonna take a tiny bit of Studio Fix powder just in the center of my face.
And I'm using NW30 right now over top of this to give me a little pout moment.
Just to make sure that this area stays nice and creamy. Oy, but it just layers so well. I'll swim and drown in that. Oh, and this is mineralized charcoal spray. I feel like people who love that spray love it wholeheartedly.
This looks a little too pouty.
Ma'am, you got 24 more minutes, so.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
See, pout away, girl. Okay. I did hear, like, in speaking about the Love Me lipstick, someone brought up, like, there's argan oil in it, you know, like it's one of its main, the main features of it, and we in North America haven't gotten lip oils. We see them in Update for launching in Asia, and this is like our lipstick lip oil almost. I will tell you, when I was at Nordstrom this past weekend, there were customers coming in for glosses because gloss is back, hallelujah. And anytime I would mention this lipstick and like the fact that it's like a lipstick and a gloss had a baby, but it stays on really well, like I converted so many people to want to get both because it fits a need that exists out there that doesn't have a lot of options right now. I need it in 5-gallon buckets. Love it. Overdraw your lips, please. Apparently, I think you're getting trolled a little bit, but Lucia loves it on you.
This, you know, this is my first time doing this, and it doesn't look like overwhelmingly like heavy, which is nice.
I don't think that you can make that lipstick look heavy.
No.
Honestly, like
I'm putting a foundation on top of it, and it looks really pretty.
Like we had people putting Pro Longwear concealer in it. We had people there. Alex literally put one of these on, the Love Me lipsticks, and then bling things, liquid lip color on top, which that sounds disgusting to me. Like I'm just hearing it, but seeing it was the most beautiful thing. It made the bling things look so smooth on the lips. And then she put a powder kiss on top of it. And I was just like, you are a witch and you're crazy.
You need
but
to stop.
It looked incredible. And so that's when I was a believer and I was like, holy cow, you could literally, like both of these products, they work so well with everything else or by themselves.
They're nice middlemen, basically. They are like perfect middlemen in both of our lipstick category, but also our studio franchise.
I'm gonna use this guy. This is in the UK, but when I saw that Trend Mood post, I saw something that kind of looked like this, so I'm thinking this is launching in Holiday 2 potentially. I don't know. It's just what I'm drawing my conclusion. But I like to take the blush and the bronze and just kind of sweep it over just to get like a more like sheer metallic kind of a look. And then I take the golden and I just really get it on there. Oh, it just is so like, it's so sheer but so wet looking. And I just like to get it a little bit on my nose. Just in the center, not everywhere, which is weird for me, but whatever. I wasn't a fan of it when we tried the glitter lip update. That's so crazy because I find that it's my favorite consistency for a glitter lip. But you know, to each their own. I absolutely love it because I find that it doesn't feel as dry or as like sandpapery as glitter lips normally feel on me. But I mean,
I used it on top of a Retro Matte liquid lip one day, and I wanted to see like, okay, is this just gonna break this down completely? Is it gonna look really clumpy? And it didn't. It literally, because I feel like my lips are never smooth. Like I need some filler in here or something. It just there's always texture there.
Well, I think that's what lips are supposed to look like. I think that we're just so like, we see full lips all the time on social media and in traditional media that we assume that that's what lips are supposed to look like, but it's
in real life
not.
No, yeah. So I try to, Retro Matte liquid lip is not like my go-to every day unless I'm going really bold and I want something really just like there. I prefer a bullet lipstick, but this day I was wearing a Retro Matte and I decided to put the lipstick on top of it just to see what would happen. And the way that it smoothed out my lip, like it literally just eliminated all of the texture that was there already because of the dryness of the Retro Matte. And it didn't look shiny. Like it had maybe a very, very like light sheen to it, but almost nothing. It almost looked like a regular matte lipstick.
It felt like chunky thick glitter. I would love to try this again with you and maybe try a different technique. I would love for you to try how I do it to see if you have a different experience, but maybe it's just not your glitter lip adhesive, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be. Not everyone's going to be wearing glitter lips anyways, but maybe you'll find something that you like a little bit better. I think also I've always been somebody that if I had to choose one thing to adhere my glitter lip, it would have been amplified lipstick, and I find that this is very similar to that, but even smoother and more conditioning to the lips. It's real pretty on the Retro Matte Metallics. If someone has kind of texture, has some texture.
Yeah, that's exactly what I found.
I love the Love Me lipstick, but I found it works best when you don't layer it too much. When I use them just lightly, dab them on, that's good to know. I feel like they're just easy for me. I can just swipe it on and I'm good to go. Like, I find that they last really well. I don't really understand it, how they are as glossy as they are, but stay as long as they do.
Yeah.
Without transferring, like.
I'm a cream sheen kind of gal. Like, that is one of my favorite formulas of lipstick that we make. So this is right up my alley. Something comfortable, some shine, little hit of color. I think this has a little bit more color, obviously, than cream sheen does. So I really enjoy them. But what has, like, since you guys are out there and you guys have been experiencing Love Me Lip for a while, like, we'd love to know, like, what are people saying? Like, how are customers feeling about these lipsticks?
How comfortable are you speaking to the difference of them? Because I think that that's the thing, and why we kind of wanted to have this table talk, is that when there's new textures, when there's new formulas, it can sometimes make us not feel super confident in speaking to them other than just our excitement. So we want to make sure that you guys feel like you can stand on your feet and, you know, really confidently say, this product is perfect for you because of da-da-da-da-da.
You just gotta keep going. Thanks, Carlton. For sure, we can try it soon. Hopefully, just felt like it was mixing too much and wasn't staying put. I think he's talking about the
glitter lip.
I think you need Alicia's technique, for sure.
Okay, the steps to a perfect glitter lip. Folks, get ready. First of all, don't use Reflex. Reflex as a glitter lip is not going to give you twinkle. Reflex will make a metallic sheet. So if you want a true metallic lip, use Reflex. Because you almost have to think about, like, when people were doing chrome nails and they would take that powder and buff it in, that's the same kind of thing you're doing on your lip. So it just is smooth. You need to use a traditional glitter or a 3D. 3D is going to catch more light because of the different colors that it shoots forward, but both work phenomenally well. So what you want to do is you want to line your lips with whatever you need to, or don't line your lips. It's your prerogative. And then take your lipstick in a sheer, not super sheer, I would say no more than 2 swipes, all over the lip, all the way up to the lip line. Then keep your mouth open, take a flat brush and start to work that glitter up to your lip line so you get a nice crisp line, never pressing your lips together until you cover the entire lip. Once you've covered the entire lip, press it as hard as you can together so that any lipstick that would cover a glitter particle does. Then take the glitter on your finger and press one more layer. That will ensure that you get twinkle all day and longevity, and I find that it soaks up any of the creaminess left, but it still gives you a really nice base that's that feels smooth. So I know that was a lot of words. We can maybe at one point, I'm sure that I'll do that one day. Maybe next week I'll do it. I mean, I could probably do it right now. Do we have any? Do we have any like iridescent white over there?
Sure we do. Yeah, because your technique allows for the lip to really look like solid and opaque. Like there isn't a lot of gaps or spaces in between each little glitter particle. Let me go see what it finds. You want iridescent white?
Yeah, I think so. I think that'll be the one that'll like pop off the most. If I'm. Hey Eunice. Okay. Huh?
By itself?
Yeah, I don't got time for more than that. I'm not a mixer unless it's in front of that Omni. I'm gonna take La Femme. So I'm just like throwing it on here.
Actually.
Up to the lip line. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me move this stuff. This might be a lot of a look because now it's gonna have glitter.
It's fine. No such thing.
I do.
What do you need?
I need a tissue.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. But you can still, like, my lips are completely covered, but it's not overwhelming. There's not an abundance of product on here. It's just enough for me to easily let it glide all over my lips. Yeah, thank you. All right.
This is for you, Eddie. Taking notes. I'll try it because I just use Purple Prime Lip Retro Matte Liquid Duo Lash Glue and regular glitter, 3D glitter all over. I can confidently say that this will probably like ease your process a lot more. You don't have to use as much.
I don't have a flat brush, so I'm just gonna use my finger and
I have
favor
a
this.
$2.39. You want it?
It's okay. I'm already here.
Okay.
I overdrew my lips too, so that's fine. So I'm just pressing it kind of all over. But I haven't put my lips together at all.
Layer number uno.
Okay. So now that that first layer is on, I'm gonna press my lips together as hard as I can. All over and cover any particles. Because you see already, there's still some sheen, but it definitely has toned down because now lipstick has gone over the glitter. Now, oh yeah, like you can barely see glitter anymore. Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna take my second layer with my finger and really press it in.
And it just looks full. It literally looks like when you go to Michael's and you buy like a sheet of like craft paper that's meant to be glitter metallic. Looks like that, just completely full.
And then I like to blow just in case there's any glitter inside my mouth.
You like to what?
Blow. But that, I can now move my lips together. I can do whatever I want and it'll stay sparkly all day. And it's not gonna, there's not enough lipstick there for it to gather and to move anywhere now. All of the glitter all of the creaminess and emolliency of the lipstick has been absorbed by the glitter particles, but it also isn't there, like since I blew the excess off, there's not too many glitter particles on there that it's thick. It's really stuck to the lip.
And she can press her lips together as much as she wants and the twinkle doesn't go away. A lot of the times I feel like with a glitter lip, if you don't have those layers, the second that you blot, it's like dull. All the shine is gone.
Yeah. I mean, I'm eating a little bit of glitter. It's, you know,
it's fine.
What happens. It's just, now I'm gonna find every...
Love the gold. By the way, I mean, you can tell right now, iridescent white on top of anything that's like really rusty, reddish browns or burgundy colors looks...
It's like fall. It's fall in a lip.
Dinosaur egg.
Have you ever seen a dinosaur egg?
No, but that's what I would imagine it to be like.
I think you'd be a little disappointed. Have you seen an ostrich egg?
Yes. Is that what they look like?
You've seen a dinosaur egg.
In my mind.
Yeah.
Dinosaur egg. Lips.
I'm just wiping this off on the bottom of the director's
chair. I don't know what to do with my trash.
We're not in our usual film setup, so it's like a little blah. Oh, thank you guys. They said that we look bomb.
Thanks.
I've been so bad at posting these, but I have saved them. I just need to edit them with the intro and outro, and then we will post to YouTube. So we'll keep this on there because I think that this is really necessary, especially with these new products launching. Yeah. But what I think even like, say that I went on a plane, because I wear this kind of makeup on a plane, and I fell asleep with my hand and some of my product came onto my face. I find that these can even, like, if I wanted to go back in, like right now, like say that where's my 38?
Oh, the news truck is here for us.
Hell yeah. I could kind of throw a little bit extra on if I wanted to like clean up or whatever. And it blends really effortlessly on top of things that have already been done.
It's my favorite for like when I'm touching up my lips.
Yeah,
there's nothing I hate more than like, you know, all your foundation just being gone and then you put your lips on, just doesn't look as crisp. But to blank out your lips before you put something on, it's perfect. Yeah, that looks great.
I wonder, I think that it would be really nice too, like say that you do run into an area where maybe you went a little too heavy-handed with powder, or maybe the makeup that you're doing seems fine and then you realize the skin doesn't take powder as well as you thought it would. So you've done everything, but you go to powder in the eye and it starts to get a little crepey or a little textured. I bet that if you would just on your beauty blender kind of get a little bit on here and dab over the top, it's like what I like to do with cream color bases. It doesn't pull off, although I like to look a little more matte in the center, but what else? This is for science. That
looks really good. I actually kind of want to try that.
Try it.
Let's see. Let's experiment, yeah.
It blends really, really easy over. I had layers of powder on there, and it's not nasty. So that's a win in my eyes. Can we have a moment of silence for all of the pillowcases that we've lost over the years due to makeup stains? That's why I got gray satin pillowcases.
I don't play with that. I have to take off my makeup. Doesn't matter if I'm like, I have to. I will, like, I don't know how I do it sometimes. Honestly, it's pretty impressive.
I don't.
Even if I have like a few cocktails and I'm not completely myself, I will wake up with no makeup.
I sleep in my makeup. It
I've
happens.
trained myself. I don't know. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, it's creamy. Yeah. It's really creamy, but it's like not overwhelmingly like thick. Yeah, I sleep in my makeup sometimes.
Aww.
I don't judge myself for it. It's fine. We can't all be perfect.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
You guys are great. You really care about yourselves, and that's what I enjoy about all of you. Is that yeah, you care about yourself. I don't really do that as much. I put myself last, and sometimes that includes washing my face at night. I would much rather sit on the couch and watch an hour more of Real Housewives marathon than like get up and treat myself.
Well, it's not really getting up and treating myself. I just know what would happen in the morning, and I will end up in like this situation right here everywhere. So if I could, I would, but I can't.
Oh, it's 24-hour wear. 24-hour foundation. Let's try it. Let's test it.
Wow, I really, look at that.
Did you just get a booms?
Yeah.
Hi, Mac Fashion Valley. Thank you.
This is over top of powder already, so.
I'll wake up with a 301 lash on my nose. The amount, like the weirdest places, where are the weirdest places that you found lashes? Because I will tell you that once I was like on the computer and my Persian cat walked in front of me and there was eyelashes stuck to him.
Oh my god, how cute. I feel like there's just eyelashes everywhere. Which MAC product was that?
We just used the stick. Yep. That was the last one that we both used, just to like
touch up, get rid of any like additional texture. And it looks very nice. We both had powder on, and we put it on top of powder.
Just make your girlfriend want a MAC wipe over your face and call it a night. First of all, my girlfriend is in bed, tucked in with her jammies by like 8:45. Yeah. So she is not waking up for anything, let alone a MAC wipe at 12:30 when I get in bed. But I know, I should just, it's so easy. And I think there's just more to it. I think I need to go to a therapist.
On the bottom of my boyfriend's foot. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, I love this. Cassie's, but at work they were somewhere and when she sat on them. Oh my gosh, on Cassie's butt. I left my lashes on the in the bathroom after a long night and went to use the restroom the next morning. I thought it was a spider. Oh my gosh, one of my friends was like, you know, like she had taken off her lashes and put them on the side of her bed, and she was like, gonna have some special time with a man of hers, and he thought it was a spider and like whooshed it, freaked out, and she was so pissed because they were like a brand new pair.
That's
and so you know, that's hilarious.
I think someone said
I had it put on Thursday morning and took it off Friday. There you go. I'm into it. Jamie lived that life.
Oh, Jamie was the one that said she put on 24-hour foundation and left it on for 24 hours.
There you go. I like that.
He's everywhere.
I like that that renegade spirit. I'm gonna test it. You can't just tell me it's 24 hours. You can't tell me that Prolong Wear Nourishing is a 36-hour wear. I'm gonna tell you it's a 36-hour wear. And you know what? It is. Oh no, Night Over. Oh no, Night Over, take me home. Oh no, I left a brand new pair at Wingstop.
That's the worst.
Just like, not.
And you have a brand new pair, and like
And
either you mess them up, or you sleep in them, and then they end up all like.
Yeah, the ones that like are just molded to your eyes, they're perfect. Like when those ones like get a little wonky, or like if I put them on the sink and then they get a little wet, and or like if I accidentally like put something on top of it and it smushes it and then it's just like this, I pretend like it didn't and I'll put them on my eyes and curl them and try to bring them back, but it's never the same. It's never the same again.
Everyone's so into this conversation right now. I love it.
Oh, we just all live the same life. That's really what it is. It's so nice to be able to connect with MAC people because we get it. Like it is amazing. Studiofix Fluid will not move. In the morning, you could be ready to go again and get all the compliments. Speaking for a friend. Nice. Yeah, I mean, there have been times where in my early days when I was a crazy person, where I would go to sleep, not wake up to my alarm, have like 4 seconds to get ready, wear the same dress from the night before, and put on some mascara, touch up under my eyes, and go.
I feel like we've all been there at one point. You know, we've all done it.
Oh yeah, and you got shaky hands in the
The
morning. You
jitters.
just look a mess. But you know, look at tried and true testimonies. I love it. But yeah, I think hopefully this gave you a little bit more comfort with these new products. It sounds like you guys already honestly really love them. We will get this up for you. We'll keep it on Instagram for the next 24 hours, but we'll also I'll edit it so that we get it on YouTube so you guys can see it, because I think it's really valuable in new technology to know what's going on, how it performs on different skin, so that you feel like you have all the experience you need to work with anybody with it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today.
Yeah,
I know this was
fun.
This was fun.
Yeah.
10 needed this.
I needed this. I needed to get my thoughts together.
Totally. So thank you guys for tuning in always. Mondays are our favorite day here. Thanks for making me do a glitter lip. I'm feeling this now. I need to go get lost at 7-Eleven and test this out. So we'll put this up, but otherwise,
thanks for being on. We appreciate you guys, and go kill it this week. Bye.
Peace out.